Hello my friends. Today we'll be playing a budget mid-range Arty list. So this is kind of like a theory craft list that I made, where it's like basically kind of US mid-range, but with Soviet ally and artillery. Um, this list is relatively budget. I believe there are 3 specials. Um, 10th Engineers Battalion, 2 of these guys. This is just really good for Arty. I feel like you have to include that whenever you have Arty. Um, one of these 99th Infantry Battalions, getting a +2/+2 buff on Arty piece is really good. I only have one of these myself, so I just put one of those in. So yeah, 3 specials. Strategic bombing you should get from completing like the starter US like tutorial or campaign or whatever. So that you should be that should be a free elite, I think. So yeah, overall pretty budget. Goal of this deck is to establish a board like US midrange and use your RD pieces to clear the enemy units and your non-RD units to um, like kind of act as a buffer and either protect or buff your RD units. And hit the enemy face when you have the chance. 2 patriotic firestorms. One thing to note about patriotic firestorm is that it's not like an aura effect for units in your support line. It's just when you play this order, every unit in your support line gets +2 attack until the end of turn. So if you have like a tank, you can move it out of the support line and attack, and it'll keep the buff, right? So it's actually pretty good for burst. You have like Greyhound as a blitz tank for 1 cost. Even on the later turns, you can use your Sherman. Half track is also pretty good. It only has 1 op cost, so yeah, it can definitely add some burst. That isn't like locked to your RD pieces. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's play some games with it. Soviet. I think this has a pretty bad matchup into self-damage. I have an early curve, so I guess I'll just keep this. I'm going a second, so I'll drop the Sherman. What is this? 睡不醒的烦恼型. Not sure if I read that right. Lesser of 2 evils. Oh, this is Arty. That's a very slow start if that's Arty. Get the Greyhound in the front line. Next turn we can attack with Katyusha. And it should be able to kill any Arty pieces. It's really odd. He must have, if this is Arty, he had a very unlucky start. But I wonder if it's like some weird like combo deck. If I play my Katyusha, it could die to like an enemy Katyusha plus like sickle or yeah. I mean, I guess I'll just hold off for a little bit. Not sure what this is still. I don't really want to play another one in case it's some like weird controller combo deck and he has Scorched Earth. Oh shit, it really is like some combo deck, I guess? That's pretty bad for me then, because my start is kind of slow now. Surza Gauge. Very interesting. There's some really weird like ramp list. Well, actually, did not play around a second Suraz Gate very well. Damn, what is this? Winter Warfare. Next turn I can Ziz. And attack with anti-tank gun, so I think I'll do this. Do I play this Engineers Battalion? Maybe I should have saved it. That's the I went for that. I did play the Engineers because now a Sickle or Winter Warfare puts him in lethal range. Or if the caddy did one extra damage. That's a not sure what that guy was playing. It might have been playing. He might have been playing. I don't know, like some combo, some OTK deck, or maybe just ramp. Interesting. CCCP. I think I've seen this guy in the Discord. I feel like Fifth Rangers is such a good card that I can keep it with an early curve like this. This isn't that great into control though, if it's German control, but what can you do? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that I mean I played the Choco Boy, so he's not holding up a countermeasure, right? If he is, well played. Okay. Well done. So anyways, one thing I forgot to mention is that this is like this card. Okay, I'll give me a second. I think I'll put this down. He has Mari Nostrum, that's really bad. But like this card is generally not run in US Midrange because it kind of sucks. But most of the US midrange units, like almost all of them, are infantry and or infantry or tanks, which are the worst unit type. But +1/+1 on an artillery is way better than +1/+1 on an infantry or tank. Artillery is the best unit type in the game. So it might not be that great, but it's not that bad either in when in the context of this deck, since there's a lot of RD pieces that I can give +1/+1 to. I don't want to play too heavily, and if I play the caddy, it's playing too heavily into root out. Ooh, that's annoying. Doesn't have root out, I guess. Do you have another one? That's fine. How much is patriotic? Okay, I'm not sure what that was about. Very interesting games today so far. But yeah, as I was saying, I think that card's pretty good, and it's a budget card, right? It's what rarity is the lowest? Standard. Um, so yeah. Although it's still not that great, I'd say into like the current metagame, because like self damage, Red Dawn is still gonna take out the 2 health RD pieces even with a +1/+1 buff, and German control has like sudden strike, so on. So it's not that great at the highest ranks, but I think it should be decent in lower ranks and even to getting to FM. I know some of my viewers appreciate the budget decks, so this video is for them, I guess. or anyone who's interested. I think I'll just keep this. I play the Greyhound. Could be self-damage. Might as well play a Choco Boys now. Choco Boys get significantly worse the longer the game goes on, so. Start getting some damage in. Getting the Greyhound in the front line is good if it's control and he has Scorched Earth. That's pretty annoying. Caddy high roll for the one time. Ever lucky. Never lucky. I guess that's a bit annoying, but not too big of a deal. It does give him a decent chunk of HP though. By the way, an elite that I think would be really good for this deck would be island hopping, because getting like +2/+2 on an RD piece over and over again is really insane. And this deck kind of does lack a bit of damage against decks with auto healing. I'm not sure if we can do it does anything, because like hammer will still kill, and I'm not sure if it's like control. Would he really have any like 3 or 2 damage cards? I don't think so. Could be an ISU coming, which would be really annoying. Oh wait, Winter Warfare and ISU is still a bit off. So I have a decent amount of cards, so I'm not Shermaning yet just yet. I guess we Ziz now. Oh, this gives it just enough to kill the tank. Guys, I finally remembered that anti-tank gun does +2 attack against tanks. I was embarrassing my last video about Reckless Arty, and I forgot. That was a bit embarrassing. Oh, I mean, if I was gonna do that, I should have played Sherman, in which case I should have drawn first with Sherman. But I was probably gonna make that play regardless. So if our board doesn't get cleared, we can go for a Patriotic Firestorm turn next turn. But I mean, if he plays the T-34, It'd be a bit awkward. Because I can patriotic and then attack with Sherman and the Arty, but not with anything else. It's gonna be a bit awkward now. Nice smoke screen. Send that back to hand. I think if he had like the ACOS 6/6 guard, he probably would have played it. But this has blitz. It's a bit annoying. The start of your turn, fully repair this unit. Okay, then I gotta get rid of that. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can do it really does anything. Kind of want to hold off on the patriotic turn. Might be committing too hard to the board here, but I'm pretty sure if he had a board wipe, he would have played it. He might have drawn into one by now, though, which is scary. Ooh, I don't know if I can afford to sink 5 damage in. He's eventually gonna draw his. Well, this is probably as good of a patriotic turn as we're gonna get. I don't know if I want to sink 5 damage in. I mean, it'll let him draw into answers. Definitely I don't make that trade, I think, but get rid of it. He's gotten a lot of healing off of this because he got it early. 18 defense, that's crazy. Oh, he got that, that's really annoying too. I get this back, but he can steal another one. If he steals another unit, it's fine, then now we actually have a use case for we can do it. Yeah, I actually probably shouldn't let him steal the Greyhound. I definitely want to get rid of that. I mean, should probably make these trades. It's pretty unlucky that he drew his 329th Engineer Battalion early, or else this game would have been over. But it happens. Island hopping definitely would have done a lot this game. You know, if you guys watch J King, you know that he thinks island hopping is like the best USA after research. I feel like it's not. All right, let's not get into an island hopping argument right now. We find anything useful off this? Strap bombing doesn't do much at this point. If you find like, oh yes, ISU. That's well, I mean, anti-tank gun survives, I guess. But that's probably GG. Oh yes. We're going first, so I think we can keep Sherman. This isn't really good without an Arty piece. As we said, +1/+1 on an infantry or tank kind of sucks. Oh, come on, dude. This has happened, like, I feel like this has happened more times than it should. Drawing into or mulliganing into a Choco Boy. I feel like it's happened way more times than it should. That's pretty good. Probably Sherman next turn. I could also 5th Rangers, I guess. Probably Sherman, because he hasn't a very efficient trade into my 5th Rangers if he has a Mari Nostrum. Doesn't play anything. Is that like airstrike? Night Hunters? out of Choco Boys to test. I think we'll maybe give up the Greyhound. If it was 900s. Okay, that's a decent discard. Could he have... let's do this, I guess. Yeah, this kind of plays onto root out, but I have to get this down anyway, eventually. We can do it is very nice here. Don't have to worry about root out for a while. Don't know if I want to move the Greyhound up. We could actually put the Engineers Battalion down too. Let's see, half track is probably gonna be saved for when he gets like JU, because JU is really annoying. I probably will have to get rid of this guard. Is that another airstrike? I guess I'm probably fine with Sherman being sent back to hand. Oh, it's from the deep. Okay. Still don't feel like moving up my Greyhound just yet. We definitely have to be worried about Leopold. Attack? That's an interesting card. Alright, I guess I'll move that up now. Test for Kellis. Okay. One caddy high roll, please. Nice. Okay. Interesting. I don't think that guy played that well and also didn't have root out early, which is probably why we won. I mean, I don't think it's ever a good idea to sudden strike a Choco Boy. Even if we were just playing like regular US midrange. But then again, I guess regular US midrange does have 2 drops. Let's do one more game. Japan. Man, I've been seeing so much resistance on the ladder lately. Man, I feel like it's probably this deck is probably pretty bad into both Jaggro and resistance though, sadly. mean, I guess I'll keep Choco Boys. Choco Boys is kind of good into resistance. You can like get out an AoE, but it's like pretty terrible into Jaggro going second because it's so slow. I'll keep a Greyhound because it can at least usually trade like into like 2 Jaggro units. Okay, Signal is a fairly slow start. I still feel like it's greedy. Even with a slow start from him, I feel like it's greedy to not play the Greyhound when it can likely trade into. I guess it gets punished by he might have kept like a 35T and the Greyhound won't trade well into that, so I guess I'll just play the Choco Boy. It is kind of bad though that you got. It's kind of bad and good because I'm gonna take a lot of damage from the signal now since he got it down on turn 1 and we don't have that much healing. I mean, Jaggros, either way, it's a pretty tough matchup. But that Arty that has ambush is pretty good, the anti-tank gun, because it can trade into most of their units. I don't think I can ever afford to play around desperate measures. If I like move up the Greyhound and trade into it, it's not that great. I could caddy and it's only a 1 in I could caddy and attack that and it's only a 1 in 4 chance that hits my caddy. If it hits the front line, Choco Boy, it's also kind of bad, but because he could have a blitz tank. If he had a blitz tank, he doesn't play it because of Choco Boy. I'll go for the 50-50, I guess. I think I have to win a couple of 50-50s to win. Actually, anti-tank gun. Yeah, let's just go for it. Okay, like, can I get lucky like just one time, please? What is that RNG? That's like the worst possible outcome that could possibly happen, and it happened. Ever lucky, man. I guess I'll get this down. Actually, I probably should have played the Greyhound. Yeah, I should have played the Greyhound, I think. I guess I can, like... I guess this is my only play, right? That's too much. We're at like 1 HP, there's like pretty much no chance we can win. Well, Jaggro going first. Playing against Jaggro going second, and everything that could have went wrong went wrong. Unlucky. Well, yeah, that's GG. So yeah, I think that'll be all for this video. It's getting a bit long. I have some long videos, but yeah. So this deck, mainly for people who want to play on a budget. I don't think it's too great in the meta, to be honest, right now. But I mean, like you can easily make FM with very suboptimal deck, and I think this is probably better than a lot of the I guess homebrew random like decks that people just kind of mush together with no clear win condition in mind. So I think it's pretty decent in that regard. If you want to like play and upgrade it, I think most of the US elites in US midrange you could probably put in here. Like Pier, uh, probably not Skytrain because your support line is gonna get clogged since it has Arty pieces already. Medical Battalion also not that great. US military research is insane, so you put it in. Airborne you can put it in. Yeah, and island hopping for sure. Although some people think island hopping is good for regular US midrange. It's definitely very limited to US midrange right now. Unlike Skytrain or Pier, which you could play in like some kind of like hybrid ramp deck, because they're just so insane and yeah. It is like what I'm trying to say is that this elite is kind of limited to US midrange, so don't like craft this. If you want a generally good elite, you should always go for the research first. Craft research before crafting that, but I do think island hopping would be great in this deck. In terms of specials, let's look at this. Specials. Yeah, this is pretty much necessary in any Arty deck. Combat Engineers not that great because it's in Arty deck. You don't really move your Arty to the front line. Red Devils is pretty good generally. 99th Infantry Battalion also pretty good because giving +2/+2 to an Arty is really insane. Hellcat probably pretty good too. Can give you a lot of burst. And it's a generally good card in US midrange. And yeah, that's about it, I think. So those are some options to craft in the future if you really like this deck. Yeah, other than that, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.